Welcome back, folks. I'm Frizz, and today I'd like to take some time to talk about movement. Specifically, tactical movement in Pathfinder 2e is way more important than it is in other TTRPGs that I've played, and I really like it that way. Running around the battlefield has never felt better, but let's talk about why that is and why it's good. First off, the main reason why running around feels better is because not every creature can, smite you into the ground for doing it. Running past 4 creatures in Pathfinder 1e could be a death sentence, since that's 4 extra attacks coming your way. 2e changed that a ton by making attack of opportunity way more rare than in previous editions, because not literally every single person has it anymore. If you want to move around, you absolutely can, especially if you learn that someone doesn't have an attack ready to swat you into the dirt. The second big factor that makes movement more important is the action economy and multiple attack penalties. If you move up next to someone and attack them twice, that's a pretty good use of your turn. But if you start your turn next to someone, then you probably don't want to use all 3 actions to attack them. That third attack just isn't all that likely to do very much. Instead, taking a stride or a step to get away from your target for your third action is going to force them to approach you, eating up their own actions. Literally every single character can do this, which leads to, in general, people just running around a lot more in combat. Both of these elements combine to make movement really important, but another vital part is that the standard movement speed of characters was reduced to 25, and that leads to other boosts to movement speed feeling way more impactful. Getting a plus 10 foot movement speed boost feels great in 2e. Both because you're more likely to be running around mid-combat, and also because more characters are technically slower when compared to other editions if you're going strictly by how many move actions they can use. Now I hear you wondering why movement is remotely important enough to talk about. If people don't run around very much in a fight, it can still be a good fight, right? Well, yeah, obviously, but running around a combat leads to more interesting uses of the environment in my opinion and experience. If people are forced to stay next to their opponents, then they're way less likely to try and run and duck behind a tree to get cover from an enemy's attacks. There are a ton of small bits of flavor that you can add in with movement that you may not be able to show off otherwise. Now, I fully admit here that I'm biased. I've always tried to make characters in games that are hypermobile, even if it isn't the best option, and Pathfinder 2e lets me live that dream. Obviously, I like how mobile I can be in 2e, but the important part is that not everybody is forced to use mobility to the same degree. If you want to play someone in heavy armor with a shield that just parks up next to an enemy, weathers their blows like a champ, and eventually comes out victorious, then you can 100% do that. It's just that everybody has the option now for more mobile combat strategies, and that is so much better than just full attacking out of a doorway because you can only move through 5-foot steps. Thanks for watching. Mobility is an interesting topic since everybody is going to use it differently, but I think it's a point in 2e's favor that you can actually use it without getting screwed over now. What have your experiences been with hypermobile characters in 2e? I know that half my characters run around like chickens with their head cut off. Let me know in a comment down below. Regardless, until I see you next, live a wonderful life.